Truthfully, these last 2 weeks have been like so incredibly busy. Because I literally woke up at 5 a.m. this morning just to work on schoolwork. I've been missing a ton of school for extracurriculars that happen during the school day. So like the past few days, every class I've been going to, at least like twice a week, I'm doing the classwork from the day I missed, the day of, and the next day that I'm going to miss. And I'm just like so swarmed in makeup work. It's actually insane. And if you can tell from my voice, I think I'm getting sick or like some kind of allergies are hitting me. I'm not sure which of the two, but I'm not feeling 100%, that's for sure. Anyways, it's been a rough 2 weeks and I need a good distraction. And so I really just want to read something easy that I can turn my brain off and just read and relax and enjoy. So usually for me, that would be something like fantasy, especially if you're an escapism reader, you know fantasy is the easiest one because every book is like almost the same formula, the same story over and over again. And I've said this before, but I just eat it up every time. It's good, okay? Other people might not agree with me on that, but what's familiar to me is comforting, especially when I am not in the mental state to like enjoy engaging with a complex story. I'm not in the right headspace for that right now, so I'm going to be starting this reading diary off with Serpent and Dove by Shelby, I think you say Marin, I'm not really sure. But on the cover of this book, Sarah J. Maas has left a review that says, "A brilliant debut full of everything I love." And in my last reading vlog video, I read Sarah J. Maas' Throne of Glass series, and I really loved it. So I'm going to trust her review of this book. If she says it's good, it can't be horrible. Also, last week I had a really hard time. Whenever I did have free time, I was not keeping up with my hobbies. Like, I hadn't played guitar in like a month, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to stress about it. I've lost my calluses. It's whatever. But it's just not, I can't keep up with hobbies and things right now. So once volleyball season ends, I'll be able to breathe, I think. But for the moment, I think my content is suffering. I think a lot of things in my life are being put on the back burner that should be priorities, but you know, I'm making amends and I'm doing my best to deal with it. But I found myself in the past 2 weeks, I've been opening TikTok a lot more and just sitting down and scrolling for a few minutes instead of coming home and reading a book like I used to. And I can tell that it's like I don't like doing that, okay? Because I'm very much someone who takes pride in being an intellectual and has a little bit of a superiority complex about it over other people, and that's okay because I deserve it. If you're putting in that effort, go brag about it. Go have a complex, superiority complex that you're better than other people, okay? So this week I'm going to be trying to prioritize reading in my downtime instead of doom scrolling. Also, there's a few books that I talked about in my What I'm Reading This Fall video that I really do want to read, and I did try to get The Naturals from my library, and for whatever reason, my library doesn't have The Naturals by Sarah J. Maas, by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is really weird because it's so popular. Like, I don't understand why that's not a book they would have. But I was really looking forward to reading that this fall, but my library doesn't have it. I'm on a book no buy right now, so I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we will see. So if you remember in my last video, I have like a ton of unread books on my shelves, and I'm trying to read more of them. And so that's why I'm reading Serpent and Dove. I bought it like 6 months ago, and I have not picked it up yet. But I'm reading it now, and that's what matters. I want to continue narrowing down the amount of unread books I have on my shelves, because I don't want to have a bunch of unread books on my shelves, and I want to start downsizing the amount of books that I have just overall read and unread, because I'd like to have a smaller number of curated books instead of just an abundance of books I don't like, which right now I have like a whole Colleen Hoover shelf. I don't even like Colleen Hoover. Like, I don't know, okay? Yeah, but I definitely want to make some trips to Half Price Books and sell. I'm not sure what their prices are like. I've tried selling books on other websites, and it just hasn't worked for me yet. So if anybody has any recommendations, please let me know. So this is what my bookshelf looks like right now. As you can see, I have lots of unread books. So once they're flipped over with the pages facing the outside means that I have not read it. And the reason why I did this is because it looks ugly. Trust me, I know, you don't need to tell me. I know it looks bad, and that is my way of motivating myself to read the books, is that hopefully I will see it and feel and think, oh, that's really ugly. I need to fix it. But I'm not gonna let myself fix it. The only way I can turn it around the other direction is by reading the book, which on the other shelves I've done a good job at, especially because last week I read like 5 books in this one series. So I'm going to keep going up the list and hopefully get all of my books turned the other direction pretty soon.
My family and I are taking a little like staycation trip to our family ranch. Usually what we do down there is we make dinner, we just hang out and go check on stuff, because we're not down there all the time. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a book with me and see if I can get any reading done. I read a chapter or 2 last night before bed, and the concept idea of this book is kind of cool. It's about a witch and a witch hunter, and I think it's supposed to be like an enemies to lovers romance. I'm not really sure, but it was a good start. It's kind of like maybe a little young for me. I don't know. It's a little cheesy. The main character is kind of a pick-me, and not in the way that I can like get over. Like, I know that everybody clowns on a lot of books that I have read. They're like, oh, she's so petite and thin and frail, and like, that's whatever, okay? But anyways, I'm gonna try to get some reading done. See if I can find a cozy spot and just read. Okay, so I've now driven myself out into a random pasture. The sun is setting. It's really pretty. There's cows all around me, and I really hope they don't think I'm beating them and all crowd me, because that's what they usually do. It's very peaceful out here. The sun's gonna set soon, so I'm just gonna sit here until it gets too dark to read, because I really have nothing else to do. But I'm cozy. I'm just gonna read my book and enjoy. Okay, guys, Sarah J. Maas lied, because I'm barely 100 pages into this book at this point. And I hate it so much, okay? So, this is me. I'm recording this right now, a few days later. And basically, after I finished reading it at the ranch, I was like, this is so cheesy and so stupid, and I hate it. I hate this book. And so I was like, okay, well, whatever. I can't DNF it at just 100 pages, because there's 600 pages in this book. So I continued to read. I read on the bus. I had a volleyball game yesterday. I read the whole way on the bus. It was an hour and a half bus ride. I read the whole time, and I hated every minute of it. It's so bad, okay? And I'm making the very wise, smart decision to DNF this book, okay? So, I know I've been complaining this whole video about how busy I am. Well, one of the things that I wanted to learn to manage in this video was having time to read and kind of finding the motivation to read again. And I'm just going to be honest, if it's a bad book, why would I waste my time reading it? I set my Goodreads reading goal for 50 books, and I don't think I'm going to hit it, but I'm behind right now, and I'm going to have to cram, and I don't want to spend it reading bad books that I don't enjoy, and I just don't think it's worth the effort. What I really needed this book to be was, something I could turn my mind off and read, and my mind is definitely not off. It's definitely not on autopilot reading like I needed it to be. It's, thinking the entire time, wow, that girl sounds really stupid. This book is stupid. So, Sarah J. Maas, with your little review you left on the cover, you lied. This book sucks. I don't know if it's the author's first book, but it's really bad. I'm going to donate this book because I don't want it sitting on my shelf, and I'm going to do a book purge. I say that. I've been saying that for forever. I really want to do a book purge. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I want to get rid of all the books that I don't like, because I feel like someone's bookshelf is it says something about a person. And the fact that I have so many books on mine that I hate, I feel like it says something that I don't want it to say, necessarily. I don't want bad pieces of literature on my bookshelf, okay? I want a few of my favorites. But I have big bookshelves, so I feel the need to fill them. But we're gonna deal with that when it comes to it, okay? Right now, I just want a book purge, get rid of all the books I've hated, which I already have started a mental list just right now looking at it. So one of the biggest ways that I think I prioritized reading this week is by, in class when I had a few minutes, I would use the library app on my
laptop that I have. I would go onto there and I would read Serpent and Dove on my laptop because I'm not going to be a loser and pull out my book in front of everybody. I used to do that in junior high because we used to have reading goals. But now that I'm in high school, it's like, I don't know. I want to pull my book out, so I'm not going to. So I just read on my laptop, and everybody's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm reading Wattpad. Like, I feel like I look weird. Like, I look like I'm reading something I'm not supposed to. Because it's, like, just a white screen, and it, like, it's obviously not Wattpad. I'm not reading Wattpad, but I feel like it looks like I am. I feel, like, guilty while reading it. I don't know why. But, so I think that when it comes to people in life, you know how people are always like, oh, protect your peace. Like, distance yourself from bad examples. Well, I think the same thing applies to books. Protect your peace. Don't read that shitty book sitting on your shelf that you don't want to read, that you're not enjoying. Okay, don't do it. Unless it's a classic, then I think those definitely have some intellectual value. But if you're just reading for entertainment and it's not entertaining, you can hate it and it can be entertaining. This book is not entertaining. I hate it and I just want to put it down, okay? You can dislike a book and still find entertainment in pulling it apart. I'm sure there's some people who enjoy that, but in this case, that's not me. I just want to put this book down and donate it. And maybe some 7-year-old girl, because this book feels way too young for me. It's weird. Like, the story is so immature and stupid and dumb, but the language, like, it has cuss words. It has an F-bomb. Okay, I think I'm just going to have lines across my face. I can't figure this out. This looks really scary. Whatever. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm sure it's not important if I don't remember. I'm at homecoming dress shopping today. Found a really pretty dress. So, protect your peace, guys. Prioritize reading, but protect your peace. Love you all. Have an amazing, awesome day. Read a book you enjoy or that is going to improve your life in some way. Read self-help, read a classic, make yourself smarter, add something to your list of attributes. Read a self-help book, read a biography, learn something educational, or entertain yourself. Read in a way that will positively impact you and not make you want to die. Love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.